what's going on, everybody? This is John J Gaming on the mic here, coming at you with a brand new episode of the Coach Grossman Dynasty here on NCAA 14, using that college football revamp, of course. And we got a good game in store for us here, taking on yet another SEC opponent. This time around, we are taking on the Arkansas Razorbacks, who did lose their opener, but they are still a solid football team nonetheless. They are B pluses across the board, whereas we're a little bit better. We are A pluses across the board ourselves, so we Corso is going to be rocking with us. Of course, we are coming off of a big win against Alabama, who was ranked in the top 15 when we played them. Meanwhile, Arkansas played Kentucky tough, but could not pull it out. Kentucky, of course, ranked in the top 10 as of right now, so we'll see how good this Arkansas team is. But in the meantime, if you are excited for today's content, I do need you guys to go ahead and do me a favor. Smash that like button, and then of course hit that subscribe button as well if you do happen to be brand new. And with that being said, I'll see you guys on the field for yet another home game within the SEC conference. We'll go ahead and see if we can start season 7 by going 2-0. Let's get it, boys. So let's go ahead and get things officially underway against the Arkansas Razorbacks, and they will go ahead and get the ball to start this thing as Morgan, he's going to pitch it out to the right-hand side, finds Williams, and Williams will eventually be forced out of bounds, but a gain of 15 to get started there, and a good start for the Razorbacks as they look to take the first lead of the game. But trying to pick up a 3rd and 6 first as Williams ends up getting open again, gets by one of our star linebackers, Nick Gunn, who cannot gun down Andrew Williams. And now Arkansas is deep in our own territory as we'll hand it off to Bray. Bray taking a shot from TJ Lankin, but we do keep him from getting that first down marker. Let's hope we get a little bit more luck on this 3rd down as Morgan has all the time in the world actually, and does end up finding Chris Evans over on that right-hand side. A gain of 9 and just a bunch of first downs for Arkansas early. Having a trouble getting them off the field for 3rd down, but eventually we will finally be able to get these guys off the field, force Eric Ryan to go down before that first down marker. And we do end up forcing Arkansas to settle for a field goal. So now our offense is out on the field for the very first time, trying to connect with Aaron Akins. But Akins can't haul that thing in, unfortunately. And we got a 3rd and long ourselves, trying to pick up here, as we do have Maurice Royal in the shotgun, 4 wide set. Royal looking to over the middle, finds Jeremy Tate, and Jeremy Tate is going to pick up that first down. Gain of 15. And that will at least make sure that we got a brand new set of downs to go with, as Jeremy Givens has really emerged here, getting a nice 15-yard play. But you know what this offense centers around? It centers around this passing game. And a lot of teams, man, they are going to struggle with that passing attack that we do employ here, man. Got some very bad men at that wide receiver position, and it helps too that we aren't just a one-dimensional team. We can run the football too with Jeremy Givens. He's no Antonio Dunn, but he's still a pretty capable running back. And speaking of capable running backs, Andrew Smith could be that guy as well. We saw him a little bit in that first play, or the first game of the season, opening up against Alabama. And we'll see if we can punch it in the end zone. Looking over the middle, running out of time though, as we were indeed locked up, as it shows the stats for Maurice Royal. The Royal's been solid so far. We'll see if we can punch it in now and give him Maurice Royal's 3rd passing touchdown of the season. As we drop back on 3rd and goal, gotta have to scramble to the right. Nowhere really to throw this football, and we will have to throw it away. So both of us did end up having methodical drives to start this game, but neither of us really able to go up in there and finish the job. So we both had to settle for field goals. So we're all knotted up at 3 apiece. But here's a really big play over the middle, though. Kyle Bailey coming down with a huge catch. And that goes for 30. Is that play action on the 2nd and 10. Gets it out to really quick over to James Jones, who makes the quick catch. And that's another first down for the Arkansas Razorbacks. They're back in field goal range. And we need the defense to come through, make a stop. Morgan gonna get it out to Ryan. It's a wide receiver screen. He gets lit up like a Christmas tree, but still hangs on to that football and picks up the first down. 1st and 10 coming for the Razorbacks, as they are now in that maroon zone, looking for our defense to make a stand, and it does. Let's go, baby. That's Marcus Johnson, the big-time pass rusher, also making some plays outside of hitting that quarterback. And we're going to see that field goal attempt after this quarter, but it is all knotted up at 3 apiece to get things started. So Arkansas does end up getting that field goal to go in. So we are down 6-3 here as we take our very first possession of this second quarter. As Andrew Smith, he's looking to make a difference on special teams down the sideline. One man left to beat, but he can't beat him though. Oh, that's crazy. But a very good return, though, for Andrew Smith, as that borderline gets us into field goal range. We'll see if we can do something with it as we go with a slant pattern on 1st and 10. Getting it out quick over to Aaron Atkins. And Aaron Atkins will pick up that quick first down. And it works so well. We're going to run it again. Another slant pattern. Going this time to Sean Albert, and he was finding through multiple defenders and yet still found his way to that first down marker. Gonna make this a really easy goal line situation for a 2nd and goal. Oh! Maurice Royal got absolutely murdered. But he's gonna get himself into the end zone. Touchdown Sooners! Except the problem is, I don't know if we actually got it into the end zone, man. So let's go ahead, take a look at this real quick, and just kind of looking at where the ball was. I don't even know, now that I think about it, I don't know how we got that touchdown called. They are going to reverse this, I think, no questions asked. And sure enough, they will do just that. So instead of a touchdown, it's actually 3rd and goal. Going to call upon Jeremy Givens to try to get into the end zone here as we get it into the end zone. And this time, it ends up being a no-doubter. Touchdown, Sooners. As Jeremy Givens ends up following his blockers into the end zone. And we will take our first lead of the game. We're now up 10-6 here early in this second quarter. As 3rd and 9 comes around, they actually run a halfback draw on us, and they actually got that thing to work. That's crazy. Usually those halfback draws don't have a lot of success against us, but it did that time. Now Arkansas trying to pick up another first down off a 5-line set. Morgan facing some pressure and ends up finding Sampson for the first down. Except they are going to be called back because there's a pass interference on the offense. So we definitely got bailed out there. 3rd and 20 coming in instead as we send our pass rush to get some heat on Morgan, as he gets hit before he can even get that ball off. Marcus Johnson, man, came in there like a freight train, and that is going to end the drive for Arkansas. And they did have to go ahead and punt this thing away. Great field position for us as well, as Aaron Atkins, we're going to make a couple of moves. He almost shaked that tackle away, almost got away with it too if it wasn't for those meddling kids. And now we are in Arkansas territory again. Handed it off to Jeremy Givens. Gets the handoff. Finds the corner and gets out of bounds. Just outside of that maroon zone. And a 1st and 10 incoming. 5-wide set. We go play action. Over the middle. Find Brad Means. The insanely talented but underutilized wide receiver. As the sophomore wideout gets his very first touchdown of the season. And Brad Means was wide but naked open. Way too easy for us there. As it will give us, for the very first time today, our first 2-possession game We are now up 17-6 here in this first half. And we got Arkansas on their heels for sure. We'll see how they end up attacking this next possession. As Morgan will drop back the pass, facing some pressure. Was trying to get it out to Evans, but he heard the footsteps of Matt Ratliff and decided to make a business decision and drop that ball. So now, 2nd and 10. Williams looking to go outside with it, trying to truck through a defender, but a few of our guys did end up rallying up in order to make that tackle. So now 3rd and short coming. Arkansas going with the 5-wide set. Morgan under shotgun, dropping back. It's actually a screen to the right-hand side, but Nick Gunn prevents the first down conversion, and Arkansas gotta go ahead and punt this thing away once more. And we take back over with 3:18 left to play as Oklahoma back on the field looking to attack the middle, and oh, that's nearly intercepted. Threw that one up for Aaron Atkins, and we were very fortunate that we still have this football right now. As we go 3rd and long, going with the 4 verts. We got a man open down the right-hand side, and it's Sean Albert. And the beautiful thing about this passing game, having such the prolific talent at the wide receiver position. On those 4 vert patterns like that, somebody is bound to be open at some point. Someone's going to get loose with it, and it just makes Maurice Royal, who already is an extremely talented quarterback to begin with, it just makes him look so much better. As we go with a 2nd and 10, as Royal looking down the right-hand side. He's looking towards the end zone. Has Sean Albert, and oh, he dropped it. That could have been a touchdown, but he drops it instead. And that's going to make it 3rd and 10. But yet, they looked like they were keyed in on that wide receiver screen. So we switched to 4 verts again. As Matt Royal likes to match up. He's going to look down the sideline and find Sean Albert. And this time, he's not going to drop it. Touchdown, Oklahoma. As we take a commanding lead here in this first half, we are now going to be up 24-6. As that was just a beautiful dime out to Sean Albert. Such a beautiful throw, really. And now Arkansas is in desperate need for that touchdown. 24-6. As Morgan looks to the left-hand side, our guys cannot catch up and cut that ball off. So Eric Ryan's going to make a big play that puts him back into Oklahoma territory. As Morgan looks right, tries to get it out to Bailey, but it does end up being broken up at the last second. Nice way to get that ball loose without drawing the pass interference. So now 2nd and 10, going to become 3rd and longer, as that is TJ Bailey that found the gap in the offensive line and lays a huge hit on Tanner Morgan. And is going to make it 3rd and 16. Morgan dropping back. It's a halfback draw, and this time it's not going to work whatsoever, as we do end up forcing them to punt the ball away. And with 42 seconds left here in this first half, we got a chance to get some more points on the board. Royal looks over the middle, but it's going to be intercepted at the last seconds. And the read was there, but we just made a bad decision, as Maurice Royal going to throw his 3rd interception of the season. And now Arkansas with a chance to get some points on the board here before we go into the halftime locker room. 2nd and 10, Morgan dropping back, facing some pressure, looking to the right, but it's intercepted by Booker. Tyrell Booker down the sideline. He doesn't even have to use that turbo, as he is all by himself. He's going to jog this thing into the end zone, and it's going to be a touchdown for Oklahoma, as Tyrell Booker just simply read the eyes of the defense right there, and that is going to be a pick 6 as a result of it. And we are going to take a commanding lead into the second half. We are now going to be up 31-6 with the ball to start the second half. Okay, boys, so while we did end up starting with the ball first, we actually did, well, literally nothing with it, right? So we got to go ahead. We got to punt this ball back to Arkansas, though. This doesn't look good, though. Breaking a couple of tackles, and he might get loose with it. Finally, we do end up catching up to him, but that being said, that kind of explains how our drive went. 1 for 2, 5 yards. Did not get a single first down for Maurice Royal. And now Arkansas looking to close this gap a little bit. Starting this drive on a 5-wide set. We whiff and gonna find the time to get it out to Chris Evans, who picks up the first down. And one more first down away will put Arkansas into the maroon zone. And Morgan looking to deliver on that, throwing to the left-hand side and finding Andrew Williams somehow. I thought that pass was going to be intercepted, but that did not happen whatsoever. And now 2nd and 5 coming is Morgan looking over the right-hand side. He's going to throw a dart over for Ryan, but he drops it. That's crazy. So that ends up being a drop for us. And now 3rd and 5 coming for us. Is now got Arkansas moving over to the left. Gonna move the tight end back in. Can we get him off the field? And we do, baby. Let's go, man. Way to break up that pass. And we force Arkansas to go ahead and take yet another field goal. They still have not gotten into the end zone against us this entire game. And it also helps that we got some great wide receivers on the end. That pass, if we were on at USF, for those that have been following this series for a while, that would have been incomplete without any shadow of a doubt. But we do end up completing that catch because Sean Albert, you already know, is a really bad man. So we got another 3rd down coming up. Doing pretty well on 3rd down conversions so far. 5 for 7 on the day. We'll see if we can improve on that as we get the handoff to Givens, and Givens does enough to pick up that first down. Okay, baby, you love to see it. And now the strength of Oklahoma shining. 5-wide set. Royal looking but not having much time. He finds Nick Andrews, and Nick Andrews picks up a cool 18. They sent the blitz, but we had a 5-wide, and we made him pay for it big time. As we go 1st and 10, getting it out to Sean Albert. As Sean Albert gonna run this thing into the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners. And the beautiful thing is, they knew what was coming, and they still could not find a way to stop it. They had some really good coverage on the edge. It don't matter, though, because Sean Albert, like I said, man, he is a really bad man. And we are up 38-9 because of it. As one of the more unique, well, I don't even know what's going on. I'm just absolutely speechless. But Kyle Bailey does end up settling in for a gain of 5. You know, thought he could have had more, but he decided to turn around for whatever reason. Not very smart in my opinion. It's going to end up being 2nd and 5, but he will make up for it. Eric Ryan picking up that first down, and it does move the chains for the Razorbacks. It's 2 plays later now, going 2nd and 9. Morgan facing some pressure, but does end up finding John McNamara for another first down. Way to hang in that pocket. That's tough. And now, 1st and 10. Going to the left-hand side. It's not McNamara, but it is going to be some Johnny Sampson, who nearly picks up the first. It's a gain and 8 over on the perimeter. As we settle in on the 2nd and short, as Morgan dropping back again, finding McNamara for the 2nd time on this drive alone. And this time going to be pushed out of bounds. But on the verge of the maroon zone. See if Arkansas can punch it in. Morgan facing some pressure. Finds somebody on the left-hand side. And it's Johnny Sampson, who nearly gets it into the end zone. He was so close. But instead, a goal line situation. Does Arkansas get into the end zone? Yes, it does. And for the very first time today, the Razorbacks find the end zone and get a touchdown on the board. But yet, despite all of that, we still have a commanding lead to work with. We are still up by at least 3 possessions right now. And we can get our running game a little bit more established here as Jeremy Givens makes some nice cuts and picks up a gain of 8. First half was the Maurice Royal show, but I think the second half might be the Jeremy Givens show here, as we will call on him again on this 3rd and short. And sure enough, he does what's needed to pick up the first down and pick up a gain of 10 in the process. Very close to having a 100-yard day, but also want to try to go ahead and throw this ball a little bit still, as we got a little bit stuck trying to throw it on that right-hand side, but the 2 receivers were stuck by each other, and I mean, there was 1 defender covering 2 receivers, right, and doing so effectively. So now 3rd and 22, going to go ahead and try and go for it here, as we're going to run with Andrew Smith, and Andrew Smith is not going to be remotely close to that first down marker. So that means we got to go ahead. We got to punt this football away once more. You know, seeing the punter a little bit too much than what I like to see, you know, for my personal liking, right? So punt this ball away, and we get a pretty nice punt, actually, not going to lie. And look at this. It's muffed, and we recover it. Let's go, baby. Okay, way to be there, as that is going to wrap up that 3rd quarter, man. And we are certainly looking like the #1 team in college football, up 38-16. All right, man. So we are out here in the 4th quarter, ready to get things underway. As we now go ahead, we're going to hand it off to Jeremy Givens, see if he can find some space for the end zone. Not remotely close, but does get about halfway there. Granted, I don't think we need to be living on a prayer in order to get into the end zone this time around. As we'll hand off again to Jeremy Givens. He's got some space to work through and finds the end zone. Told you that we didn't need a prayer, as that's going to be another touchdown for Oklahoma. And the first one of the day for Jeremy Givens, as it extends a commanding lead for us. We are up 45-16 now. And Arkansas in desperate need of getting some points on the board if they do not want to make sure that they do not get ran off this field, because we are in the position to certainly do that if we're not doing that already, as we almost got that sack, but Chris Evans ends up mossing a couple of our defenders, man. I can't have this, man. Cannot allow Arkansas to do this to us right now. What are we doing? Hopefully our defense can tidy up. Here's we get another interception. Sean Hall gets his hands on the ball. He can't return it back. As that could, if it wasn't for that wide receiver making an effort play once that ball was intercepted, that could have very easily have been a pick 6. No doubt about it. Now we got another 1st and 10 as we go with a 5-wide set, trying to take over as we do throw over the middle, but it's going to be fumbled. And McDowell of Arkansas is going to get his hands on the ball. Oh my goodness. And Arkansas with a chance to cash in here, but look at this. It looks like Nick Andrews' elbow was already downed. And sure enough, they did end up reversing it. So we're back out here again with the wide vans, going with a 2nd and short and dumping it off to our fullback. Makes his very first catch of the year, so you love to see it. Is now 2nd and 12. Jeremy Givens running this ball down the sideline, able to find some space, and it's good for a gain of 15. And it sets up another 1st and 10 from the 5-wide set. Here comes the pressure over the middle to find Brad Means, and Brad Means gets absolutely crushed and loses the ball in the process. Now, I would consider this an incompletion. You can let me know in the comments what you think. I personally think this should have been incompletion, but they will rule it as a fumble. Not that they do anything with it. We do end up forcing a 3 and out of our own, so we at least have that going for us specifically. But hey, it is what it is. Not really much we could do about it, but we will go ahead and try to press downfield as we're going to try to throw on 1st and 10. Looking to the right, but it's going to be intercepted. And this time is not going to be absolutely no doubt the 2nd interception thrown by Maurice Royal. We were trying to throw it over to that right-hand side, but Dedrick Gant read the eyes of our quarterback. And now Arkansas with a little bit of hope, but they must score a touchdown on this drive. We'll see if they can do it, as Morgan takes some pressure and gets absolutely walloped by Marcus Johnson, who just comes through and makes play after play. And now another 2nd and long. Morgan looking underneath, gets it out to Evans. and gets it close to that original line of scrimmage. But still a 3rd and long. 5 wide set, nobody in the backfield as Morgan drops back in the shotgun. He's looking left. He's going to find Evans downfield, and it's going to be completed, but not close enough for a first down. So they're going to go for it here on 4th and 6. They got nothing left to lose. Morgan sends Evans in motion, drops back, got time, but it's going to be short of the marker. We get a turnover on downs here, and with 4:20 left to play here in this game, we have a chance to go ahead and take some time off the clock. Or Jeremy Givens running downfield. No! Gets caught from behind. I thought that was going to be a touchdown. It would have been a touchdown if that was Antonio Dunn. That is something that, he's going to be missed, man, for sure. I hope he's doing well with his professional football endeavors. But Jeremy Givens, he's the guy at running back. He's still having a really great day. I mean, 6 yards a carry. I mean, you can't complain about that. As he'll throw on 2nd and 5. Going to throw behind Aaron Atkins, but it doesn't matter. He will still go ahead and make the catch anyways. So now, goal line situation, a chance to run some time off the clock. Going to try to throw over the middle. We do end up finding Jeremy Tate, who manages to pick up 5. We make it a little bit closer to possibly get our running game involved here. We'll see if we can get that 50 burger or nah. But we will run it up the gut with Andrew Smith. And Andrew Smith could not get the push needed from that offensive line. We did have to go ahead and settle for a field goal. But guys, we came out here. We had another really great win. We started off the season. We took care of business against Alabama. And then we proceed to go ahead and take care of business here against Arkansas. Win by 30 plus. Do what we're expected to do. We end up winning this one 48-16, and really all 3 facets of the game looked extremely good in this one. And the most important thing is we are still undefeated, and we are still on the right path to reaching that national championship. So not as dominating of a game as we did against Alabama, it seemed like, but our defense did bend but not break. I do definitely like that. We got thrashed with 346 yards through the air, but we respond with 300 yards of our own and 163 on the ground. They could not get that running game going. We had 3 turnovers, but they had 3 turnovers as well. We turned some of those into scores, and we only punted the ball twice the entire game. So that was something that was really interesting to go through and work out as well. Also won the time possession and led to a really big win, showing that we're the #1 team in the nation. So Maurice Royal did once again throw a couple of interceptions, but he did throw 3 touchdowns this time. Ended up going 21 for 31 and 297 yards passing. Almost got to that 300-yard benchmark. Jeremy Givens, though, did end up getting a huge day on the ground. He actually was named player of the game. He ends up going 26 carries, 158 yards, and 2 touchdowns to go with all of that as well. And our receivers did pretty well. We spread the ball pretty well in this one. Sean Albert did end up with the only 100-yard day from our receivers. He ended up with 5 catches and 2 touchdowns. Brad Means, our true sophomore at wide receiver, that honestly has not seen the field much just because of the talent that is at the wide receiver position. It kind of showed out a little bit. 2 catches, 40 yards, and a score. And then Aaron Atkins was up there as well. Also had 5 catches, turned that into 60 yards. Now, finally, for the defensive side of the football, once again, Eric Gunn and Eric Smith, by the way, both came out here and really did some great stuff today. 7 tackles, that leads the team on the defensive end, with Nick Alexander coming through with 6 tackles. Sacks-wise, we did not get to this quarterback as much as we did in the Alabama game, but Marcus Johnson did come through with a couple of sacks. And we saw that TJ Bailey was also able to get to the quarterback. So both of these guys on a 2-game streak in terms of getting at least 1 sack. And we had a defensive touchdown as well. Sean Hall had a smaller return, but it was Tyrell Booker who did end up with a 78-yard return for a touchdown. that helped extend our lead. I believe it was 31-6 at halftime, and the rest was history after that. Don't have any forced fumbles because it was a muff punt, but Craig Bell was also a person that did end up recovering the fumble. Not somebody that sees the field much, but made his presence felt on special teams, being there, ready to collect that fumble. So next episode, we will actually have quite the clash on our hands, as we will be taking on the number 4 ranked team in college football, the Kentucky Wildcats. They are 2-0 as of right now, and Lee Corso with the audacity to go with them, Ben. But you know what? We'll go ahead and sort that out in the next episode. But if you're excited for what's to come up next, and you're also enjoyed today's content, do me a favor, man. Smash that like button, hit that subscribe button as well if you have to be brand new. Shoot, even hit up that notification bell so that you can get all of my videos when I end up dropping. But with that being said, this is John J Gaming on the mic, signing off. I'm hoping you're all out there having a good one. Take care, everybody.